battle has just begun!
Hey, it's RobotnikIsSexy, and every day is a one-take Tuesday here at the RobotnikIsSexy Corporation. We bring to you these half-assed, crappy narrations that we only take one time unless someone enters the room and asks me something. So hopefully that won't happen. But these are going to be more Showdown matches. First, I'm going to start with a match, just a match I had the other day that I thought was really good. And then I'm going to follow it up with my round 3 match, because I made it to round 3, I believe I did. Yeah, I think I got a bye, and then I had my match, and then I just had my other matches a couple minutes ago, really. So I want to get this uploaded, or video made at least, while it's fresh in my mind. So, that being said, let's get on with the show. So, this is a fun little match I had. I'm still using Choice Specs Rotom Heat, and I guess this match is really good, but I want to talk more about the team, because in my round 3 matches I changed the item to Choice Scarf, and you're going to see how that changes the match, but I really do like Specs on Rotom Heat. It's like a guilty pleasure for me, even though I know Scarf is better, but I don't know. If I had Scarf, then I could have used Thunderbolt twice on the Puffman and whatever. Anyway, that aside, I still have Stealth Rock on Aggron, and that's another thing I changed. I gave it Earthquake instead of Stealth Rock. Not really sure how to feel about that. And by the way, there's a really good play here. I'm going to double Dragon Claw on his Fairy, knowing that he's just going to switch into Gengar to try to soak up the Earthquake. Very good play if I say so myself. The poison is unfortunate, but in the end of the day, does it really matter? I don't know. So Aggron is in. He is going to go for Stealth Rocks. Had I carried Earthquake on Aggron, I could have just gone for Earthquake then, and then Lucario probably would have died, because I have max attack investment. That's 416 attack coming from Mega Aggron. Kind of a Mega Blastoise situation, where it's like, he gets really high attack, and he's really tanky, and that's basically end of story for him. Another reason Earthquake is good, just in general, is because I can deal with Aegislash here, who's a big formidable threat. Starmie is bulky though, so I know I can take a Shadow Sneak and do exactly that. Because I get the Stealth Rocks up, that means Talonflame is going to be weakened. This is a big reason I need Stealth Rock on every team, just because Talonflame unchecked is just a nightmare. But Trevenant lives. What do I have, like 192 defense investment, Careful Nature? That is enough defense for Trevenant to live a Flare Blitz at full health. That is insane. So that means I can induce double the recoil and force a double down. So that is very, very good. But I could have only done that if I had Stealth Rocks up. So Stealth Rocks is a big deal. Florage is just going to come in and kill something with a Moonblast. But yeah, I'm in very much of a pickle right now, because it's like, I need Stealth Rock on this team, but I also need Dragonite for extreme speed priority, because basically the metagame is about priority, and Talonflame is a really big part of that. Talonflame and Pinsir are a really big part of that, and Lucario. But Stealth Rocks is so important. It's so fucking important, because every Mega Pokemon that's popular who isn't Lucario or Mawile is super effective hit by Stealth Rock. That's your Mega Charizard, because Charizard has to, before it Mega Evolves, it has to be a Charizard. So if you get Stealth Rocks up before the Charizard comes out, then you have an incredible advantage. Same goes with Talonflame, except it doesn't need a Mega Evolution, because it's amazing. So I am recording this live, which I don't usually do, these replays anyway. So I guess it gives me more time to just fuck around and tell you how I think about the team, which I guess is good. You can tell me in the comments if you prefer this or not, because in like all 133 of my Showdown matches, I have all the matches pre-recorded, and I just narrate them all really, really quickly, and it's kind of fun. But anyway, we're going to try to fit in the rest of these matches. It's probably going to go over time, but anyway, let's get this started. It's going to be round 1 against Harry Johnson. It's an unfortunate name to have. Although he's a very fortunate fellow, he's very kind. Now I'm going to go for Water Pulse. I know that Florges is going to come in. It just has to happen. But he takes that Water Pulse so poorly that I know that he has got to be offensive. There's no other way. I've dealt with special defensive Florges. They eat up Water Pulse like it's a sunny delight. They just slurp it up and it does nothing. So, Mega Blastoise is pretty much a huge check to his team. He admitted this straight away, but this Jolteon is very strange. I expected him to Volt Switch straight out and just, you know, go into Terrakion, and then my life would be over and I would have to deal with that. But he has Sub, and then he Volt Switches, which allows me to get up Stealth Rocks, which is very important. And I've got nothing to take Talonflame, so with the Rocky Helmet and the Iron Barbs and the natural recoil from Flare Blitz, Quinn, the Talonflame here, is going to be taken down to less than half, and Blastoise is just going to take it out with the Water Pulse. I take that Brave Bird extremely well. He does have leftovers, so I guess that explains that. Life Orb or Choice Band would have done well over half. So Diggersby is in. His Jolteon is actually a problem, because if he gets a free sub up, then I can potentially lose, so I'm going to have to play around that accordingly. And I'm going to do it right now. Infernape is going to be prediction pants of the game, because I'm going to go for the Fire Punch, knowing that he will probably want to go into his Florges to soak the fighting hit. So I get to 2-hit KO him with Fire Punch, but this gives him a free switch into Terrakion, which is not great. And I'm going to learn pretty soon that it is Choice Scarf. Yeah, losing Diggersby hurts. It hurts bad. I guess it doesn't matter too much, because pretty much everything else on his team can outspeed me. Scissor is an exception, but it has Bullet Punch, so it can outspeed Diggersby and kill him anyway, so I guess the loss isn't that bad. This gives me a free switch to Infernape, so I can close combat whatever he chooses to switch into. And he chooses to switch in Scizor, which I don't believe is the best play ever. But I don't know. He was forced to Death Fodder one of his guys. I don't know. Like, would it have been better for him to just leave Terrakion in? Like, because I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to make a super fancy move here. I predicted his substitute again. Infernape pulling out the stops, break that substitute with close combat. Then I know he's going to Thunderbolt, and that gives me the chance to Death Fodder Gengar. And Mega Blastoise is just going to end it nice and clean, absorbing that close combat with its uber defense. Holy shit. Mega Blastoise and Mega Aggron. Too bulky to live. Too bulky to live indeed. So that's round 1 against Haz 543, also known as Harry Johnson. The nice English person who is very nice. Both my opponents have been really, really nice. But, you know that team that I was talking about, the foreshadowing, I am going to use it in round 2 because I specifically made it for this tournament, because it's like I don't have any other team. I need to get off my ass and make a team. So I'm like, what if I make this stupid fucking team with Mega Aggron? Like, I love using Badmons. It's a guilty pleasure. It's like watching B movies. I love them. I want to use the Pokemon I want to use, and I want to get away with it. So, having said that, this is going to be the final match in the tournament. You're going to hit that play. Fucking hell. He decides to bring a Mono Fairy team, which bodes extremely well for my team, because I have the Scarf Rotom, or just the Rotom Heat in general, who loves to face Klefki every day. I'm going to Hax him with a crit Scald, which doesn't do a lot. I guess it does a decent amount. But yeah, this is where things get pretty sour pretty fast. Like, I guess he thought I was like a defensive Rotom Heat, which is fair enough, because every Rotom, every single Rotom, almost every Rotom I ever see is like Resto Chesto, like just to deal with Talonflame, So I guess I lure him into a false sense of security there, and that allows me to trick his Sylveon, which is going to make it easy to deal with. Now, I'm going to make a brain fart here that is going to cost me a little bit. He's going to miss Will-O-Wisp once, so the hacks on him is already stacking up, but His Gardevoir traces multiscale. I didn't even notice that it traced multiscale, which I should have attacked him straight away instead of going for Dragon Dance. And the other brain fart is, I'm so used to seeing Mega Mawile. In my brain, I count it as a regular Pokemon, like not a Mega Evolution. Like it's just a normal evolution for Mawile. That's what I think. So Sylveon is going to crit me with Draining Kiss, the Kiss of Death. Very funny. I'm going to crit him back, return crit with the Rapid Spin, because, you know, eye for an eye and all that. What the fuck? Okay, so, yeah, so having his Sylveon be Scarfed is very good. Now, his Togekiss might actually be Choice Scarfed. I'm not really sure what it is. He's going to crit my Rotom Heat, so I guess the crits are kind of bouncing off of each other, so it's not, the Hacks isn't all in his favor. Really. But since I did trick off the leftovers, I can just heal up a little bit. Now Sylveon is going to lock herself into Draining Kiss, of course. Go into Aggron, Mega Evolve, go for that Heavy Slam. Goodbye, Klefki. You don't weigh very much, so you're gone. Gardevoir is going to come in. He's going to go for the Hidden Power Fire or something. And I'm going to go for Heavy Slam. He's got a barrier that weakens steel attacks, but let me tell you, sir, that's not going to save you. And then Azumarill is going to go for the Super Power. Aggron with no defense investment whatsoever. Mega Aggron with no defensive investment takes it, and then one-hit KOs with Heavy Slam thanks to the defense drop that Superpower allows. So Mega Aggron, he's interesting. He's kind of like Mega Blastoise in that Mega Blastoise is clearly better because it's a water type, but it's like they're both in a similar category of mediocrity / goodness. Like, they can be good if you use them right, but you have to use them right. It's kind of like that. So Togekiss is last. He could try to flinch, just flinch hacks me to death, but he decides not to. I guess he knew that it wouldn't work because I had a Starmie which would outspeed him in the end. So he just locks himself into Dazzling Gleam. And that is going to be round 2 match. It was a 2 out of 3. I won both of them, which I definitely did not expect to happen. Didn't even need to get out old Trevenant. But that's the match. These are the matches. If you enjoyed them as much as I did, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you later, YouTube.